So you'd never know.
I'm kidding.
No song tonight?
No song. I was lazy. I always have a few percolating, but then when I get around to it, depending on what the chords are, and
do you normally play a song for Owen and Brews Barbecue?
No,
because this is what it is, right?
This is not Owen and Brews Barbecue. Sorry,
you asked. Wait! You asked me to be on Owen Brews Barbecue.
Okay, like Lindsey Buckingham, you got bumped. Okay,
that's why I got Mando. I wrote down.
This is RCAD.
I wrote down 10 pages of notes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
well, just give us the cliff notes. Like, what we got here, Jack? Like, what was your favorite
part?
You got Mando. You got frogs. Don't eat the frogs. He knows what I'm talking about.
That was like
we got to. No, we got to get a big star in there. We got to get a big star in the because that's what shows when they're struggling. When they're struggling with ratings, they get a big star in the show. So is the show in trouble? Yeah, that's all I got.
That's it. I thought you had 10 pages.
Well, I'm sure you guys covered everything. When did you guys record? Last night?
Last night, yeah.
Okay.
We ran into some scheduling issues. Jack was actually going to be on. I invited him to join us, and then Chris was all of a sudden available, and we were like, I want to have Chris on the show. It's been a while. He's one of the, I think, original 17 people that were on the show before Jack was. So we count him in the original core unit. So Chris joined us for Owen and Brews last night. Just released the podcast today. You can hear, if you're missing Chris, he somehow spaced it and didn't realize we had to podcast tonight. So, but the show must go on.
Wait, you didn't bump him from this show?
Yeah, I bumped him for you. I just can't quit you, Jack. Like a Brokeback Mountain moment here. Welcome to the RCAD. We don't have an official song because it's Life Day, and
it's Life Day.
If you listen to all of the Life Day songs, yeah, there's not a lot of good.
They were really big back in like the 90s, right? Life Day or 2000? No, 2000s. Life Day.
What does Life Day mean?
Isn't it the grunge band from Seattle? Aren't they from Seattle? Right. I Walk a Lonely Line, and didn't they sing something like that?
What's
Life Day is where you save the frog eggs because you don't want young Yoda to be called a what were they calling him, a genocide guy. Yeah, this is like so genocide Yoda.
So Randy asked a fair question, though. What's Life Day? I don't know if Randy is trolling us or being serious. I know a lot of people were talking about Life Day, but this is actually the RCAD. We don't have an official opening, apparently.
Jeez, I mean, just twist the knife in a little bit more.
I was really because last week was so fucking good that I really thought there'd be something to at least compare it by. But
what did I do?
Are you talking about The Mandalorian still,
or what?
No, fuck The Mandalorian. I mean, I'm talking about the song last week.
Oh, yeah, the song. Okay, sorry.
Everybody was rainbow casting.
That was really good. That was top notch.
It was really good. So I'm sitting here all day long because it was a long day for me. Two grandkids were really wearing me out today, and it's only Tuesday. And I go, but Nick will have a song that will put a smile on my face. And so what we get, not only did I get bumped from Owen and Brews. So
okay, the one I was flirting.
I felt like, wait, hold on a second. I felt like Owen and Brews when I got bumped. I was over there. I was just simmering in the corner.
Oh.
It looked like toast that had been in the toaster too long.
The theme song that I was going to use, just to keep with Life Day spirits, and it's maybe the best song from the original. So Randy, to answer your question,
nothing but Life Day.
I like that. That's good.
Is that from the Christmas special?
It is.
Yes.
It has to. Well, it's not the Christmas special.
The holiday special.
Star Wars Holiday Special, which originally aired in November 1778.
1778?
1778. That's how much tea I
nice.
drink.
Yeah. 1778.
If you've never seen it, save yourself.
Yes. I mean, you can only see it on YouTube anyway.
Did George Washington like it?
He did.
No, he wanted to take a sledgehammer to every copy that existed.
That was probably the best entertainment at 1778, though.
So you had Hamilton.
If you would have shown people in 1778 what was happening in 1978, the holiday special,
fuck this shit.
We're gonna standard British rule. Fuck
yep.
I think or they may have like added a couple more amendments.
I mean,
because they had Benny Hill, so we had the Life Day special.
So you're saying 200 years after we declare our independence, we've got people dressed up as like hairy dog things, and then like there's some gold-plated weird person, and like they would have lost their minds. Yeah. And then you have some weird tone-deaf people, and B. Arthur. They would have known B. Arthur's name because she was around in 1778. So like, oh look, there's B. Yeah.
Well, I liked Randy. Was Abigail Adams in it? She was everywhere.
She got around. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying she. Hold on a second. That's just wrong. I'm not saying she slept with everybody, but she did sleep with Thomas Jefferson. I'll stand by that.
If you have seen the original Star Wars Holiday Special, you know that Itchy probably is what Abigail Adams would look like if she was still alive. I'll bring that up on the screen as soon as I can here. So
you're saying Abigail Adams was not hot?
Yeah.
That's just mean. It is probably mean. Itchy. Sorry.
Lumpy. That's the Leave It to Beaver, isn't it? Oh, I guess it is.
No. As you see here, this is Itchy right here.
She looks nothing like Laura Linney.
Itchy is actually a man. That is Chewbacca's father. And this is Chewbacca's son, Lumpy. Would you look at Lumpy? Yeah. Mm-hmm. One of the scariest things is when he actually watches what is kind of a little bit of softcore porn within the first, 15 minutes of the actual holiday special. Yeah, there is some weird...
what is he? Does he watch? It's been a while. I saw it once.
Yeah, that's all you need to see it.
That's back when I think it came out. So,
it's. I subjected my wife to it on Sunday. Like I was like, no, we should watch it. It's fun. It's like we can make fun of it. And
Ethan had a great question. Are we going with miniseries Abigail or 1776 Abigail?
That's a serious question.
We're going to go with miniseries because we can't really, we can't get a good reference really to 1776.
Well, the painting, but the painting.
What can you tell from a painting?
It's all photoshopped, right?
Yeah.
They made their butts bigger. Like they were ahead of their time on Instagram, right before Instagram. And the paintings they made themselves look muscular.
The corset, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was just their butt. I thought that was the style back. No.
Yeah.
I like big butts. That was Thomas Jefferson. Mm-hmm. I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
It seems like a parody waiting to happen that should have happened.
Yeah. Let's write that down. Okay. Thomas Jefferson likes big butts.
It's like in
and he can't. Well, I guess it should have been. If he cannot lie, it should have been.
Let Nick talk.
It should have been. If big butts can't lie, it should be Washington, right? But go ahead.
That's good. I'm good.
Go ahead. He talked enough during The Mandalorian.
That's true. I tend to bogard the time in The Mandalorian. That's true.
Yeah, we were coming up on an hour, and you were like throwing out some like really great conspiratorial questions. Go ahead, shoot him at Jack. I mean, he's one for a crackpot.
He doesn't even watch the show. He doesn't even.
It used to be his handle a long time ago.
Well,
have you seen the most recent episode, Jack?
Yes. Oh, I said that they had a big star on there, right?
You could have almost called her a Starbuck.
Yeah.
So, Jack, where is Sabine Wren?
Sabine Wren is on the outer side of Sabram Ring.
Okay, fair question. I'm going to grade you on this.
Now, my questions at the end were just like, what could happen? The only two that I got written, well, some of them came off just top of my head, but
Apollo's not going to be on it, is he?
yeah, it'll be a next episode.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
why are you on here, Mandalorian? Why do you?
Just wait till Arnold shows up, and they do the whole like, "You son of a bitch," and, and it's just the muscle flexes.
It was there a Mandalorian with 3 boobs?
Different one. Cor wasn't in that one though.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
So,
Because you said Arnold, I'm assuming you meant.
well, yeah, but they're in Predator together, so never mind.
I was
why does
thinking
he have clothes on?
the space movie. I was thinking the space movie. That's what it was.
Total Recall. Yeah,
Total Recall. That's what it was.
Yeah. So the question that I posed to Matt was: now that we've seen Boba Fett at the end of the first episode, do you think when we see him again, do you think he's going to attempt to steal the child or Baby Yoda because he is a bounty hunter?
Oh God, that's a good one.
And then, like, will he be successful taking him? And then will it be like the thing where Mando has to actually track down Boba Fett? Like, like what, that'd be an interesting.
I never thought about that, but that's I like that storyline because they got to do something to mix it up right now.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that though.
Yeah. And then the other one, the last one I asked about was, I don't think it would happen in this season, but would Mando be the one that finds Luke's lightsaber that we see in episode 7?
Oh,
because it's just there, and then what's her name?
Oh, what's
Maz.
this little thing? Huh?
Yeah.
It's got a little circular thing I made. Put it up for a telescope.
stay away from it.
It's your father's lightsaber.
You don't want to touch
He
it.
murdered 75 children with it.
Instead, I want you to have this now.
Yeah. Carry on his legacy. Because that's one of the biggest plot holes that never got answered with the sequel trilogy is that where did they get Luke's lightsaber from? And all she says is, "Oh, that's a story for another time." So like, here's a way where they could say like, "Oh, he somehow stumbled across it," and then
I love that's fantastic. You do a lot of homework there, Nick.
Yeah, I like that idea.
That's the only plot, right? Yeah.
So is Billy D. Williams ever going to show back up?
Well, he'd have to be younger.
Yeah,
and right now, he's so much older.
Well, no, he was.
They'd have to recast him.
Wasn't he Mando's friend? He was Mando's friend last year, right?
Oh, I see what you did there. Thanks for confusing me. Mm-hmm.
All right, Chris.
He's smarter than the average dad. This guy right here. So you spelled.
No, I like those theories. I like the Boba Fett one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a character that you haven't met, you don't know about. Just basically, I think I'm presuming a lot.
Randy's just saying Carl Weathers. I don't know who that is.
They're easily indistinguishable. Is Thrawn? So do you know who Thrawn is in the Star Wars universe?
Wasn't that a movie back in the late 70s with
like Shaft?
You mean Crawl?
Thrawn.
No, Thrawn. It was like a video. It was like a video game with Jeff Bridges and Bruce Boxleitner.
Tron.
Oh, that's what it was. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Tron shows up. Lightsaber ring now that I'm fighting.
I get confused easily. I'm sorry.
Thrawn is more of a fan of Pepsi. He's kind of blue colored with red eyes, and he is a mastermind. He is someone who kind of almost is, you could say, smarter than somebody like Anakin Skywalker, a la Darth Vader. He's kind of like a 3D dimensional chess player, and the fact that the way he strategizes. Someone that's been a big fan favorite from both the books and the cartoons recently. So that's one kind of thing that Chris laid out there that I was like, wow, yeah, that would be kind of cool.
So Stone Chris came up with something.
Again.
What's what?
That was me again.
Did I say Chris?
You said Chris.
Yeah, you said Chris.
I'm sorry. It's this.
I even said Stone Chris. So
I am Stone Chris now.
This is not the stuff you're looking for.
You've confused me all night with your background here, Jack. So for the listeners that are listening to the podcast, Jack has a background that says the RCAD RCAD is sponsored by Pepsi.
Yeah, no one buys me. No one
Yeah,
censors. No one censors me. No one buys me.
Yeah,
I do
you
what I want.
have a big Coca-Cola truck. I don't know if
Mhm.
you were really excited about the Coca-Cola commercial.
I did like it, even though I knew how it was going to end, but still it got me at the one that Chris posted or did he send it to us?
You knew how that was going to end. You knew that.
I figured that's what it was because someone spoiled him. I say tearjerker at the end. Well, why would you say that? Why would you make me? That was just he's probably stoned when he said it. So it's like, but seriously, why would you? Because right away I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be, bring my dad home. And the dad went through all this trouble to deliver the letter. almost dies delivering the letter, and at the end it's just, really, that's what you wanted for Christmas? Really? You could have said, "Hey, come home for Christmas, Dad." I could say billions of dollars hiking up these hills and in the snow. And
I think it would have been better if it said something like, "Dear Santa, can you bring my mom back to life?"
No.
Can you imagine? I mean, what a tearjerker that would be.
Be like
one step darker. Like, holy shit.
No, here's your Pepsi. Fuck off. No, it was because it's like 2.5 minute commercial. It's like it
felt like, but directed by, I'm gonna murder his name, so that's why I'm gonna let the Star Wars expert here, Nick, say
who?
I'm gonna just move you up here.
Oh, yeah, that is better. Oh, no, that's not.
I don't like being.
That doesn't work. There, Jackson.
Director of what?
The commercial.
Didn't you watch the commercial?
Takiti what?
Oh,
Tiki.
no, I guess I didn't see that commercial.
What?
Oh, okay.
So you have no idea what we're talking about?
No, I don't.
I have no idea. Well, when you watch it, just imagine that when the dad opens the letter, it's gonna say, "Bring my mom back to life."
It's like I'm not sure if I ever sent it. There's a schizophrenia commercial out there that because it's just the way that my mind works, how fucked up shit is. It's these two women sitting in the back of an Uber, I assume it's an Uber, and they're talking about like all their symptoms of schizophrenia. And that, for anyone out there, I'm not making fun or not empathetic to schizophrenic people, but they're talking about all these things. And the only thing I want to happen at the end of this commercial is for the Uber driver to turn around and say, "Who are you talking to?" Because it's so crazy.
That's right. We talked about this at the end of Owen and Bruce. So every now and then we have this bonus conversation, and I don't know what commercial you're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But apparently, it's for medicine.
It's for medicine for schizophrenia. Or
so you were being serious about that part.
Yeah. It's a serious commercial, and it's just weird in its tone and like the way that it kind of has a somber feel to it, to where it's like you're kind of suspicious of it the entire time you're watching it anyway. And then you realize, like, oh, this is a serious commercial. And then that's all I want, just because I have that weird twisted mind that I want someone just to fuck with them.
Do you think that they made it feel like edgy, like almost like, oh, something's not right? Because that's their target audience. Is
that's
people that are like,
it gives you that paranoia feeling, like you could be like
paranoia. People would be like attracted to it in some way, like a moth to a flame. They would be.
I guess.
Oh. It's like.
I got a different ending to our Coca-Cola commercial.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
He drops him. Santa drops him. I'm assuming it was Santa in the Coca-Cola truck, right?
Totally.
That's a fucking cool truck, right? Am I right?
It was either that or George Lucas.
Yeah. So he drops him off, but he drops him off at Maury Povich. And he opens up the letter, says, "You're not the father." I wasted all that fucking time, and I'm not the dad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
like Maury, like he basically
Maury.
Yeah, the ones that kind of like who's the ones that always fall all the time. Those old talk shows.
It was
Geraldo.
Yeah, like just all those
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer, yeah, like you have Maury, which is or Maury, how you say it. And his famous one was always, are you the baby daddy? And so you'd have like these two different guys out there, or the women, and they're like, he's the dad, look at it, And then you'd be waiting the entire episode for them to go like, Jack, you are not the father, and then the guy,
fuck you. And
apparently,
the kid sitting in the audience going, nobody wants me.
No, yeah, but apparently they make a board game for that, and you can go buy it, and it's called like Mary, you are not the father. Who would buy that? Who would go?
So what do you have to give a sample of your sperm? What I don't understand the game.
I would imagine it's probably like mystery date or something, to where it's like like they do something.
Mystery date. How fucking old are you?
Oh, yeah, I remember that game was still around. I never played it, but I remember it.
I'm willing for because that mystery date was the one where they had the card. It was like cardboard, right? They had like a hidden. Wasn't there a hidden guy in there? Was that? Am I wrong with that?
I'm just watching Matt now because Chris isn't here to shit on him and have fun shitting on me. But he's doing it very subtly.
Chris is not here, so I get to shit on other people.
But Mystery Day, that was the one with the cardboard, right?
Yeah. Where
I was too
kind of
busy
like Clue, where you put it all in the envelope, and then eventually at the end you say like, "Oh, you're going on a date with wah wah."
Yeah. I remember that. It's like, oh, great, he's ugly. I don't want to go on a date with him. Yeah, it was just keep ugly people down. I remember that game.
John, maybe Baby Yoda is Vader's brother. Like
don't steal my theory.
Oh, so we're gonna find out. Oh,
that was a theory between you and me.
Okay, you weren't fully fleshing it out. I got it. Okay, I didn't realize we had theories amongst each other. It's like a very personal theory.
No, it's fine. You can say it out there.
Well, now you got to bring it out. I don't have.
Okay, Nick, roll it out. This isn't Owen and Brews, but I think that we've already. It's Life Day anyway, so we cracked open the case of Kegels.
So the mystery is like where did Baby Yoda come from? Like who is Baby? Where? And so the most popular theory is that it's Yoda's child with Yaddle, who is another of his species, who is also a Jedi Master. But I was just thinking the other day, and I was like, I guarantee it's probably Palpatine or Sidious created Baby Yoda because he's 50 years old, roughly 50 years old. And so he'd be the same age as Anakin, Darth Vader. And that's how Darth Vader, Anakin was created. It was through, them creating all this. And it also reinforces with season 1 and them wanting his DNA, because we know from the sequel trilogy that
but isn't Yoda like 900 years old?
Yoda is, but Yoda's dead.
Not Baby Yoda.
Not Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda.
So Baby Yoda's not Yoda.
No.
That's what's been screwing up my whole Mando time. I go, wait, how is it possible for this to be happening now?
Bum, bum, bum.
So it's he's just another. He's not a Yoda.
No, well, he's just another person from that species. But up until now, we've only seen two ever of that species.
So he doesn't have a name yet.
No, we just call him the child or Baby Yoda, which is not what they want you to call him, but everyone calls him Baby Yoda.
I call him BY.
Well, if they didn't want us calling Baby Yoda, they shouldn't be selling all the fucking Baby Yoda merchandise.
Yeah, well, they call it the child. All the merchandise calls it the child. They don't call it Baby Yoda.
Yeah, but everybody on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and back in 1778, they call him Baby Yoda.
Oh, okay.
Well, if George Lucas could go back in time, he would totally destroy the original holiday special.
Why is Baby Yoda not using the Force anymore?
He's eating. He's got to recharge, man. Look at that body.
He doesn't have
I get it.
Other than like the Sarlacc, water Sarlacc person, that's the only time he's ever really been in danger so far this season. So.
What are you talking about? There, he was Mandalorian was surrounded by people. Luckily,
Mando's got it.
Bouquet.
Well, no, the other Mandos came in.
But at that point though, he's down in the water.
He was
in a creature's gut at that time. Yeah.
No. I'm talking when they went back to the. You killed my brother. What? Your brother? Did I kill your brother? Was it me? And then Starbuck comes out. No, I killed your fucking brother. I killed your fucking brother. I did it. What? A woman can't kill someone? So, how chauvinist are you, dickhead? Anyway.
Jack, if only we could
maybe it's
curse
just a mistake, Jack.
The Owen and Bruce. Oh wait, no, Chris already fucking did within the first 7 seconds of the show. But I like your breakdown, Jack. I like how real you're being about it. And also, I have another follow-up question from your surprise that Baby Yoda is not actually Baby Yoda.
Well, that was fucking me up the whole.
No, that's fine.
Seasons.
That's fair. But when do you think this takes place?
Yeah,
this is after the Death Star blows up.
Which one?
Okay, which one?
Not the stupid one. The first one.
No,
it's a stupid. It's the second one.
No. It's, which one do you wait? Which one do you think is the stupid Death Star?
the Death Star where they did it, they blew it up again. Where there was a mistake with it again.
Oh, that's the second.
Or
you mean Return of the Jedi?
No.
Force Awakens.
What movie was it? They had to blow it up.
They've blown it up 3 times now. Yeah,
3 times. Well, the first time was the cool one. Okay, there was a small mistake.
Okay.
It had a little 2-inch hole. Got it. Mm-hmm. But then they kept making the same mistakes on these Death Stars. Like you think somebody would have said,
no.
So
it's a small one. It's a small hole in the first one. Yeah, so only 2 meters wide. And the third one,
it's a lot bigger.
It's so big you could fly a ship into it. That's how smart they were thinking.
Well, maybe there were too many ships going into it, and that's why it was so big.
I think that is the case, and probably the Death Star didn't want them to go in and out as many times as they did.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Really shook the Death Star to its core.
Yeah. Maybe it liked the ships coming in
at first.
Yeah.
But then there was too many of them, and it was just like, get out.
So you're saying that like George Lucas was obsessed with sexual innuendo, and that like you have a lot of like small things floating around a circular thing that like
George Lucas, let's face it, likes a good gangbang.
He does,
right?
What do you think the Sarlacc pit is? I mean, they just added the beak so it wasn't so obvious.
Well, that's from
Return of the Jedi.
Yes, where it consumes someone for 1,000 years. Like, is that what it is?
Yeah,
because that'd be a shitty way to go.
Yeah. So when does the Mandalorian take place?
Mandalorian. It takes. It's well the evil people. The Empire is wiped out, but there's still evil people.
Okay. Okay. I think you're on the right track here.
Because it wasn't making it hasn't made sense to me ever since I go, well, how could Baby Yoda be here? But did you reincarnate Baby Yoda? What's going on with Baby?
I see you're thinking of a reincarnation thing there.
Reincarnation Baby Yoda.
Because he's spored or divided. Yeah.
Well, like Nick has said, we've only seen 2 of them. Mm-hmm. Right? In the whole 10 episode, there's only been 2 of Yodas. So how do we know this is not the real Yoda reincarnated?
That's fair. But except that we know that this Baby Yoda, let's just say, existed at the same time as Yoda because it's 50 years old.
Is it 50 years old?
That's what we heard in the very first episode.
Well, how do we know it's 50 years old?
It was born around the same time, presumably. What Nick
maybe it's clone Yoda. Maybe it's clone Yoda.
Could be, but like the theory is that the dark side created him. At least my theory, and that so he's just like Anakin, is that he's another person created from the Force. And the reason why they wanted its cells in the first season is because they want to resurrect the Emperor, and they need these Force-sensitive cells to do that. Or, the Moff Gideon, the evil guy, wants him again is because he could potentially, what we saw from episode 9, is that Sidious, once he does return, could transfer his powers into Baby Yoda and make him an evil Baby Yoda.
Unlimited power.
Gotta save the child.
Yeah, save the child, save the galaxy.
But if he turns out to be bad, should the Mandalorian just
kind of have a weird side to him?
Mm-hmm.
Yoda?
Baby Yoda.
Well, he was trying to. Well, the internet was upset with him for the genocide thing.
It was supposed to be funny, and it is funny. But.
Well, no, we have to hate. We have to hate everything.
You're correct, Chris. Yes, 9 years after the Battle of Yavin. It's 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Oh, Chris is here.
Nick likes to keep pushing it back and back. He wants Bo-Katan to be like 50, and I'm saying no, she's 40. So
I've tried to meet him halfway and say 45, but he's just not budging on the whole 40 thing.
Kim says, "Have you seen A Beautiful Mind?" I don't.
I'll go 44 or I'll go 46, but I won't go 45.
Kim says, "Matt, have you seen A Beautiful Mind?" I'm just going to say this: I don't judge things by looks. I don't.
I have seen A Beautiful Mind.
It's a decent film.
That's with Russell Crowe, right?
Yep, and Jennifer Connelly, and
because he goes, "Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?" Right? Is that what he says in A Beautiful Mind?
Did that one 2 years prior, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's glad.
You go with what won you the Oscar, right? Or did he win an Oscar?
He won it for both.
Yeah, there you go.
At least he was nominated for both.
Matt probably doesn't like him because he won an Oscar because he hates Tom Hanks. Oh, I forgot to mention.
I hate that.
Rita Wilson liked our little banter going back and forth.
Did we talk about that on this podcast?
We did.
Or was it
we
post?
did not.
I was really. Post. Did you read Chris's comment when he said I lost my mind today? I was actually shocked that no one got my Tom Hanks reference. My response to that.
I skipped. I would be honest. I skipped through because I just happened to look. I go, what are we talking about? Are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow? I can't do tomorrow again. All right, then I apologize. I didn't read it.
Okay, yeah.
But Rita Wilson liked our.
She did. Yeah. Now you've got another celebrity friend.
Well, she's not.
Not following you, but she at least liked your post there. So that's what
I can get Tom Cruise, Marie Shriver, but I can't get Rita Wilson. I liked her on the Brady Bunch.
That's how she swings, man. She's married woman. But anyway, so I had said to Chris said, guys, I lost my head. And I went, what's that bump 3 feet above your ass? And it's perfect from League of Their Own. I figured you guys would get that. But I guess not.
I was actually at work at the time.
That's the funniest line. That's the funniest line.
It's a funny line, though. You have to get it when they say because it's said twice in the film.
But there's several funny lines in League of Their Own. I wouldn't put even that in the top 10.
That's the context.
John, I missed this comment. That was very hilarious. So this was easier when there was only one Star Wars movie. You're right. And we only had one life day. This one right here.
He's exactly right. Life would have been so much easier just one Star Wars.
One Star Wars.
When it was just Star Wars. Because I remember when they started saying A New Hope. I go, wait, when was it called? I don't remember it being called A New Hope.
Yeah, wasn't until 81 when I changed it to New Hope. I wonder
not as the title. Like people didn't collectively know it as that until the prequels came out. When the prequels came out, that's when they did the whole rebranding.
Yeah, but that just threw me off because I
know what you're talking about as far as like that they put episode 4 at the beginning. But
when they made a big deal of it.
I'm saying that they made a big deal about it because they wanted to know that it was all under Star Wars as a title. But that these were episodes. I was annoyed when they called it episode 1 of Phantom Menace because I was like, you've never done this before. Just call it a Phantom Menace.
Right.
Like I don't need the episode 1. People should figure this out. And if they're that dumb, then they don't need to be a part of the. Don't ride the ride.
Right. Exactly. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Don't give your sperm sample. We don't need it.
What? Speaking of giving sperm samples, I'm going to give this moment for a commercial break. Since we're back from that commercial break, I'm just going to say that we're going to do a little something different here tonight. Usually we ramble on and on for like 2 hours, and then apparently the commercial people are like, we want more commercials. We're like commercial whores, Like,
well, they put like 90 seconds is the first. It's like, come on.
Yeah. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to just go right to the hour, and we're going to move over and do a bonus show. So that's where you get all the bonus content. And if you're a patron, you get to join us live. If you're a patron on any level, you get to listen to the bonus content as well. So I'll have Jack share the link after this show ends, and we'll meet everybody over onto a whole other show, basically. But that way, it stays commercial free. And for those podcast listeners, they're going to be able to listen to that bonus hour for commercial free without us having to stick 12 or I don't know, however many ships you can fit into the second Death Star. We're going to try to avoid that. And that's the best metaphor.
Should we talk about last week's verses before I forget?
Let's do that. Let's make sure we get to the business at hand here.
Okay, verses we had. It was like a last second thing here.
Wait, what?
It was like a last
that came in.
No.
Oh, you're talking about.
I am contesting. I had History of the World Part 1. I believe there are like 90,000 votes that didn't come for me. That's supposed to be there, but I'm not going to. I don't want to stop progress. But it was the verses was a last second thing, right? We just came up with.
We did. It was a very on the spot thing.
And if you want to promote your podcast, we have a blog thing on there. You can promote it there. Anyway, the RCAD versus. What is your favorite Mel Brooks movie? Well, it was close. We had History of the World Part 1 got 9 votes. Literally 9 people voted for History of the World Part 1 over Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs.
And Nick was one of them.
Well, I like History of the World Part 1. I just think it's not played enough and not enough people have seen it.
Right. Compared to the other 3, yeah.
Compared to the other 3, yeah. But I think it's just as good. I mean, it holds up.
But shockingly, the third choice was Young Frankenstein. I thought Young Frankenstein would do a lot better.
Me too. Oh well, people are prejudiced or biased against black and white.
That's what I would have gone to. That would have been my first choice if I had first pick out of the gate. That's what I've gone with.
I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the
Jack's still mad that I got his, but you know.
Well, because I didn't think you were going to choose it. I left me hanging. I was like, well, goddamn.
Watch me do this magic trick where I pull the rug out from Jack and he's still standing.
When you get screwed by the Matt dice, well, that's what happens.
We are never using the Google dice again.
But between second and third place was almost like we almost demanded a recount because it was within 3 votes. At one point, it was 1 vote. I think on Sunday it was 1 vote shy. But Jay voted for the winner. Shocker. That's a shocker. But Spaceballs finished in second with 76 votes. Blazing Saddles won it all with 79 votes.
How many votes did Blazing Saddles get?
79.
79. Wow, that's a close one.
And that's a lot of votes. That's the most votes Blazing Saddle has ever got in one of our Mel Brooks favorite Mel Brooks movies poll. Most votes ever in the history of America. So there you go.
There you go. I think it's also the most votes that Spaceballs has ever gotten on a Mel Brooks versus.
Yeah, and so that's another exciting thing. So
yeah,
Spaceballs, and I would have gone with Young Frankenstein at least second.
Now, how many did Young Frankenstein get?
55.
Yeah.
Wow, that's still a good showing.
Oh yeah, like if you look at them, I mean, they're it's pretty good, but
I guess maybe because Spaceballs has that geeky side, and most of our listeners are probably, I don't want to say geeks,
but Blazing Saddles has that edgy side.
Well, Sherry made a good point in the chat. She says it's almost too racist nowadays. But I
respect Sherry, love Sherry, miss her on Facebook, and if you ever have to put up with anybody on Facebook giving you shit, Sherry, just say fuck them.
Exactly.
That's what Blazing Saddles would do. This is a lot of votes, though, and I'm really, really excited that we had so many votes for verses. I think people were ready for something fun to vote for.
Mm-hmm. And Ethan's in the chat whining about producers. I mean, it wasn't on the list, Ethan.
We wasn't on the list. About it. We did talk about it for sure.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of. I like 12 chairs too.
Some people like Men in Tights.
I like Men in Tights.
Some people like Women in Beskar. Hey,
this ain't exactly the Mississippi,
No, women. It could have been women in yoga. Women in yoga pants, right? Is that the new Mel Brooks movie? No?
I was saying Women in Beskar because there was a kerfuffle on the internets. As Star Wars fans can't let anything go.
Who's the biggest douche
some Star Wars
fans?
fans were upset that there were some of the armor, the Beskar armor on the women had
the boobs, yeah,
had boobs. So I don't know what you guys think of it. I'm not trying to shift it away, but what do you guys think? Women wearing Beskar armor that shows their...
It makes sense. I don't get it. Like if you, I don't care if it protects them. More the merrier. Cool. I don't care. Like if as long as it's not like Madonna like armor where there's like just like pointed jagged boob out there or something. Then
or what's it? Austin Powers.
The fembots, yeah.
Fembots, yeah, where they were lethal.
The guns. Yeah, but I mean, I don't care.
No, not just Starbucks boobs, but just all of the Beskar booberdry.
Yeah, just the fact that there was. What about guys curves in the armor to accommodate for their boobs? It's like, well, what do you want them to do? You just want it to be flat and then have them all smashed in there, and they're like, oh my god, it's a corset.
My thought was, have you never been to a Star Wars convention
For real,
or any convention at all where people dress up? Because hello, a lot of the women are like making these outfits, and they they're form fitting and they look great. I'm talking about Mandalorian, not
I've even seen them do it with Stormtrooper armor too. I mean, just for the fans do it, but not. It's not canon. But I've seen Stormtrooper armor be curved for women.
Hey, can we find other things to bitch about? There's some men that cannot fit into a biker scout uniform and actually wear it. That looks like they would actually balance on a biker scout. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that look, if they can wear outfits, then yeah, let women make their own outfits and give their boobs a rest. So that's all I have to say about that. So
let's protect the boobs.
I didn't want to get off our Mel Brooks, discussion there. I'm really excited though that we had a big
just like Tim at Comic-Con. No,
inappropriate. Yeah.
What we'll have to do, we'll get our crack team of writers together and come up with another holiday versus. It's really hard to do one because I think we've done best song and Christmas.
Well, my wife is already playing holiday music, and she started setting up. And I thought because Christy she does the Survivor and Big Brother with me. She says it's too early to put up a Christmas tree, and I said yes. Capital letters, Y-E, yes. Well, now my wife says you got to get down the Christmas tree because Thanksgiving is late. We got to start putting up the Christmas decorations, and I've been going on walks with my grandkids every day, at least almost 2 miles a day. And
it's nice that you do that, though. I mean,
yeah,
for sure.
Well, I'm trying to exercise too, but anyway, fuck the. Well, no, I be honest, I just tie them to the back of the car and see how fast they can go. But
Randy suggests best holiday cookie as a versus.
My grandma used to make these great cookies.
They were sugar cookies with the little red little things and the green frosting. It looked
like a Christmas tree. Did
I
pick that?
Great.
No.
Gingerbread men.
I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, but no, I'm saying, but everyone's putting up their Christmas decorations. So my wife goes, well, this Sunday, why don't we start getting the decorations put together? I go, that's what we're doing.
Oh.
Ethan's going to put up kittens apparently because he's Jewish.
Yeah.
So no,
I hear that's a Jewish holiday that you put kittens.
I would love to see a cat-tailed menorah, so display.
Dreidel.
My wife has been
put on your yarmulke.
Yeah, right.
My wife has been playing the Christmas music as well, and at first I was like, okay, she's cooking a lot more, so I'm not gonna complain.
Right.
But now I'm kind of like, okay, I need some new Christmas music. I need Christmas music I've never heard before. So
there's no
She and him, but Zoe Deschanel, both of her Christmas albums.
I love those.
Good, yeah. Mm-hmm. I never really liked the Beach Boys Christmas record until I heard her cover Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, run, reindeer, run, dear reindeer. I guess I heard that today about 10 times. No, but I like to do is I like to guess who the singer is. because it's Alexis playing the songs. I go, I'm trying to remember. I go, okay, is because you got the crooners. You remember you got the Perry Comos.
How old are you again, Jack?
I'm 100,000. You have Perry Como, you have Andy Williams, you have, of course, Bing Crosby, you have Frank Sinatra. So at first they all sound alike, especially Andy Williams and Perry Como. Mm-hmm. Like Perry Como, most people are like going, "Who the fuck is Perry Como?" Nobody knows, but
he was the most hit man ever.
Yeah. I've told this before. My favorite SCTV thing is Perry Como's Barely Alive special. He's laying on the ground singing his songs. He's on the stage like he's dead. I'm sorry. I just thinking about it cracks me up. But I was watching YouTube today, and it was SCTV, the 5 Neat Guys. Do you remember that one? Five neat guys? It was like 5 neat guys from like the 50s. They have sweaters, and it spells John Candy has a 5, and the other guys spell out neat. And so that's stupid. Neat. Like,
neat. Neat. Yeah.
Like we're neato. Neat. Neat.
Oh, okay.
So I was watching that today. So it was.
I watched I was reading an article about. I never thought about the Chris Farley sketch, the live in a van down by the river. Matt, whatever his name was, the character's name.
Matt Michael. What is your name? Echo.
It's Matt something. But anyway, I'd never thought, because Phil Hartman and D.B. Sweeney was the parents of that sketch, but you don't see them hardly ever except in the very beginning of the sketch of them saying, like, "Kids, we brought in a motivational speaker." It's because Deborah Sweeney was laughing so hard that they had to cut them out of the sketch and just zoomed in only on Christina Applegate and
David
Spade. Yeah.
Spade.
And so the only time,
Matt Foley,
Matt Foley. The only time you see them again is when they pan out right when Chris Farley, jumps on the table and crashes it. That's the.
Is it true that's his first sketch?
As 93, I don't know if it's his first sketch.
I think that was.
I was watching something.
They'll typically like have them in like the background, or they'll have.
I mean, it was his first main sketch or something like that.
Probably that would be
like
a good
one that he wrote and did entirely. Yeah, because I don't think anyone knew what to expect, which is why all of them are laughing so hard with it. They knew what their lines were going to be and roughly what was going to be, but they had no idea what Chris Farley was going to do.
David Spade was losing it in that too.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
well, now that you say that they were laughing across from him, it's probably got them laughing.
Mm-hmm. But you can see David Spade and Christina Applegate both, like, she puts her hair down in front of her face, and then David Spade just has his hand like this the entire time because he's laughing so hard.
Oh yeah.
I watch it like every month. Once a month I watch it.
Every month you watch it. It just gets
because it pops because I've been watching all these Celebrity Jeopardies because of Alex Trebek and Sean Connery. And I said, "What's the irony?" I go, but I just been. I woke my wife up the other day laughing at one that was when he goes like when he takes the word and makes it his own thing, like penis eruption or whatever the word is. They're hilarious.
Yeah, I never mind when they break. I always feel it's really like the human part of the watching it live, and it almost kind of makes you laugh when you see a comedian break. Or specifically, I think when there's bigger actors that break on scenes, that always gets me.
That's what made Carol Burnett so funny. Mm-hmm. Was when Tim Conway was on and Harvey Korman could not. Speaking of Mel Brooks movies, Blazing Saddles. He was in Blazing Saddles, Harvey Korman. Hmm. He was Hedley.
He was also featured on Happy Life Day, everybody. He is fucking in Star Wars Holiday Christmas Special.
Really?
Well, not Christmas special, but it's a holiday special. Sorry. But yes, Harvey Korman is in it.
But no, I do like that when they start laughing.
He plays a bit part. So I think he plays the robot, and then he's also in the cantina scene too, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, I was thinking about The Office because I always listen to like the Office ladies, and they always talk about these scenes that it was like so hard for them to get through, and you don't think about that as like the what makes some of the comedy like so good or so raw sometimes is not seeing everybody break in The Office, but being around Steve Carell and some of those situations and some of the things that he would take off the cuff and just make it go like a little bit further to see what would happen or to get a different reaction, and to see them not break or just kind of like hold steady. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like comedy athletes, in that way, and how they were trained in that. It'd be interesting to see somebody like that, go on to SNL and see okay, can you take the live though? Because a lot of times they have those laugh breaks. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that would be the hardest thing for a comedic actor to do is if what the dialogue is, and let's say you've gone into 10 or 20 or 30 takes of this same scene over and over. After a while, it's like it's just not there anymore. The funny bit to you, and I think you're right. Like I think a lot of them, if they can just improv it right then, it's way better than having something scripted out to roughly what you're going to do, but just let them kind of just go, let them feed off each other. Because especially with The Office, has such a great cast of just naturally funny people.
Great improv actors too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah.
It was interesting though, like also kind of getting some of that behind the scenes of The Office, because you think like all of them were kind of raised in that, but there were some that were more classically trained, and there were some that came from that more not sketch comedy but improv. So they actually had a blend of it, and then some of them were writers. So and then you have Phyllis, who was basically a casting agent. So
okay.
She read a lot of the parts when they did the whole casting.
So they decided to put her in the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Harrison Ford.
Yeah, but like Toby, and then of course Mindy, and
right, and then
DJ.
They
were all writers.
Anyone think that Toby was the Stanton Strangler?
I've always thought that, but I thought they disproved that. I mean, that's like
I was going to do a video on one of my YouTube channels saying that he was, because I honestly believe he is the Stanton Strangler. So I might do that just because.
What was the name of the town again?
Stratton, PA.
What? Who's winning? Score 0-0.
Yeah.
Which town are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry, Scranton.
There you go. You got it.
I even wrote down Scranton, but I was saying Scranton, wasn't I?
Scranton. I'm like, is he saying Scranton? And I'm like,
I'm from Pennsylvania. I can pronounce it any way I want.
Okay, Maury.
Yeah. I'm allowed to.
Maury. Go ahead.
I'm allowed to.
Who's winning? There you go.
Murray Povich.
I knew you were quoting Ferris Bueller too, Matt, and I was like, wait a minute, does he have that backwards? Like, what's the score? 0-0. Who's winning? The Bears.
Yeah.
I got that too.
I always go for the back joke first, the who's winning. I don't know why, but
one of the neat things about that film that a lot of people don't put also 2 and 2 together is that he catches the fly ball in the game when they go to the Cubs game, the foul ball. Right? Yeah, and then at the very
I can be a dick too.
Yeah, and then at the very and then at the very end of the movie, he takes that same baseball to throw to knock off the stereo system. I was like,
right,
just a little.
Without that, you wouldn't have a.
You'd be
caught. You would have busted.
But there's a lot. I'm not sure if it might have been this podcast that we discussed it. Where about is Ferris Bueller really real, or is it all Cameron's imagination?
He's in the back of that car.
He's in the back. Well, he's in the back of the car, but even in the parade scene, Cameron is there in the audience.
He's in the back of an Uber talking to another woman.
He is. Yes, exactly. But like him,
your commercial theory here. So
Cameron and Simone are holding hands the entire parade scene when Ferris is up singing. And so you wonder if what's really happening is Cameron projecting himself onto that happening, because they would not let some random kid up on him to a parade float.
Well, if it's Ferris, you do, because it's Ferris, right? He is the star of the show. Oh, that would explain why his dad didn't see him.
Exactly,
because he's really not there.
Not right there.
There's a lot. I love that there's these theories that you can make and put into movies.
Wow.
You know what Jack's next video is going to be? I have special guest Nick to break down his theory.
The crazy shit that Nick comes up with.
I did start watching a show though, Jamestown on Amazon. My wife and I thought, okay, we're going to watch Jamestown. So we power through because she says it ends November 30th. I said, okay, so we get through the first season. You have to buy the next 2 seasons. I said, so you're saying as the first season is is free until the 30th. So anyway, but I've been calling, unfortunately, every time I talk about it, I call it Jonestown. I know I keep expecting this giant Kool-Aid guy to come bursting through with, Kool-Aid. Anyway, you want to drink this, but it's not bad. It's got some history to it, but it's also like a soap opera type. It's a British show.
That was always my favorite. Your mama's so fat joke. Sorry, when you said the Kool-Aid, that's what made me think of it. It's like when I was growing up, I'm sure Matt too, and maybe even Jack too. Like your mama's so fat jokes. Was
no,
like,
we didn't do. We didn't do mama.
So,
we respected our moms.
Oh, did you?
So we didn't do that back in the 50s.
Your mama's so fat when she wears a red sweater, all the kids go, "Hey, Kool-Aid!"
When was the last time anyone had? I used to love Kool-Aid as a kid. When was the last time anyone had Kool-Aid?
I drink it all the time because they have the squirt bottles now. Not the powder anymore, and so because it's sugar free, which because I don't try to keep my sugar down, and so I just make a little. Jug, fill up with water, squirt that in, you're good to go.
So I used to think is the coolest thing when my mom would make Kool-Aid ice cubes.
Mm-hmm.
Because, these things, kids playing at home, we used to have these things called ice trays. You had to fill it with water, put it in the freezer, and about 10 hours later, you'd have 12 ice cubes that had to last you a week.
Now, were yours the old ones that was the metal that had the little metal lever in the middle, and you had to open
and you had to crack it, and you'd lose half the ice because the damn thing's cracking. So you go from 12 ice cubes to 6.
Flying everywhere, yeah.
It's like, I got to put them back in again. Okay. Use warm water. Because you use warm water, it freezes faster or something. I don't know. That's what they.
Yeah, it's the difference in temperature change. Mm-hmm.
Oh. So, but anyway, because wait a minute.
Yeah, I remember
don't you just put the glass in the refrigerator?
Or what?
Glass, not popsicles. Ice cubes.
Yeah,
Kool-Aid ice cubes.
Yeah, ice cubes. Yeah, Kool-Aid ice cubes, but then also popsicles too. My mom would make the popsicles. Like you could stick a little.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
No, I'm saying.
That we did the same thing, Matt. We had the homemade popsicle kit, and you poured it on and you stuck them in. And it was a little piece of plastic. Yeah, and
it was Tupperware.
It was Tupperware.
And then when pudding pops came along. And when pudding came along, my mom was just like, I don't trust that man. And then so she made her own Jello pudding pops.
Because those pudding pops came with something that kind of made you fall asleep, right?
Oh man, this is so sleepy.
Speaking of old,
never do that again.
Now, have you guys also fully switched over to microwave popcorn, or you still do it the old-fashioned way as well?
Oh, we do the microwave popcorn, but I like the old air poppers.
Yeah, the air poppers, yeah.
Where you put the butter and you drip the butter, the butter would drip down. But the butter never worked. It never worked because it never got faster. So what I do is as I was doing the air popper, I would get a pan and then put some Parmesan cheese in there and mix it up with
I think my mom still uses her air popper to this day. I mean, it's over 40 years old. She still uses that damn thing. It's white, with the yellow plastic top, And
I don't think I have any fingerprints left because of how hot the microwave popcorn is. You got to open up, and go and you lose half the popcorn because you're burning your hands. Anyway,
we're gonna have to wrap this up here.
Oh,
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it into an hour here, just like she said. But one last thing here. Will shares a quarantine pro tip: freeze hard apple cider in an ice cube tray, blend with rum and whatever other flavor you want. Makes a great frozen drink. Did it several times over summer. That is what she said.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down because I have some hard apple cider in my refrigerator.
I had a friend that used to do that with watermelon. They would cut one hole into it and have a fifth of rum or something, pour it into the watermelon, and then put it in the freezer or the fridge.
Microwave it up.
Not
put a
microwave
stick inside. Okay. Anyway, gotta finish
And
up
get
this
some
show.
jumbo pudding.
Like the
I'm gonna
Death
have to
Star.
mute you guys. I'm just gonna have to cut you off here. So
Fine,
anyway,
fine.
if you enjoy this show, send us an email. Rate and review the show.
It's fat. I've been thinking, I've been doing
Seriously, like a tight hour.
Did you think of it? You got like 12 seconds. Thank everybody.
Okay. Become
9,
a patron. Go over to jandjack.com/not
6,
Amazon
5,
and
3.
all right. I'm gonna thank some patrons right now here at the end of the show. I made them Life Day themed, so stick with me on this. We've got Lumpy Tack. Would you look at Lumpy? Itchy Eckhart. I know that nobody wants to be itchy, but sorry, you got the short end of the stick on that one. It works well, you know. Ed, the Wookiee trader. I don't know. I don't have anything clever for your name, but Mala Maggie hitting on all cylinders. Don't forget about Joe Akmina. That's right. She's the B. Arthur of the whole group. And Galaxy Greg. I know I'm pulling that one out of my ass. It doesn't even work with Life Day. Happy Life Day, everybody. This was a great show. 1 in a million. Join us on the bonus podcast. We'll continue this conversation with all of the same jokes, just with less commercials.
See ya.
See you next week.
Bye.
Double fingers.